introverted or antisocial teen before and during quarantine was a tough pill for me to swallow for a very long time. I had dealt with not only social anxiety, but generalized anxiety and depression to top it all off. And that was so hard. Especially due to the fact that I didn't know the first thing about virtual schooling and how to effectively manage, well, everything. I didn't know how to manage my time in classes, so much so that I opted on taking 6 to 7 whole classes all day, every day, and would not stop until I maxed out on at least 2 assignments. Crazy, right? Quite frankly, if it weren't for my mom helping me with such things as making me spreadsheets and actually sitting me down and helping me sort out all of this stuff strategically, then I would have crashed and burned a long time ago. Because I was practically at my wit's end. I had just learned the hard lesson of who my true friends were, being that the moment I left public school, after my freshman year of high school, I became a stranger to everyone. Then to top off the loneliness I was experiencing, the phenomenon COVID-19 decided to torment me and my anxiety even the more. Needless to say, this year has brought me some of the worst anxiety and cabin fever that I have ever felt in my life. Mind you, this is coming from a proud, self-proclaimed homebody, so that's definitely saying something. I felt as if my whole world was caving in just as I was getting my life together. I was going to see my favorite band in concert and anticipating experiencing one of the happiest moments of my life. And then just like that, it got stripped away from me. Then to add even more to my plate, the Black Lives Matter movement spiraled into popularity, leaving me wondering if this was all a nightmare or a dream. Because you see, not only did I have COVID to stress over, especially when around this time, people were stocking up on toiletries and soaps as if we hadn't been doing this before COVID. Ew. I also had to watch humans as a species venture so much closer, yet at the same time become so much farther away from each other. While on one hand, people supported the notion that Black lives, my life, including my Black friends and family's lives mattered, for some sick and twisted reasons, others genuinely didn't. But something me and a lot of other teens here can attest to is that this year alone has made us grow so much in mentality and wisdom. Although it may seem a bit corny to say that this boost in mental growth was all thanks to COVID and virtual schooling, I think it's kind of true though. Because a year ago, I wouldn't have had the strength and confidence to speak up for my rights, let alone those of others. I wouldn't have had the confidence to stand up to my problems and fight them head on. And I definitely wouldn't have had the confidence and independence to think for myself and to do for myself. I wouldn't have been the unapologetic Aliya Greyer that you see on the stage today. Although others may have this stigma around being virtually homeschooled and think that people like us are nerds or weird social outcasts, I, for one, am extremely proud of myself and my schoolmates, and you all should be too. We have literally taught ourselves new knowledge in the place of teachers with little to no help at all. That was me. That was you guys. It was us. We had to learn to implement time management. We also had to learn how to communicate effectively with adults to express our needs in order to learn. We had to learn our teachers' personalities without even seeing them every day. We also had to sharpen our reading comprehension skills, and we had to find the drive and motivation within ourselves to not give up and to stay on pace. And Lord knows that was hard. If this isn't the confidence booster, a wake-up call all in one to show you guys that this class of 2021